I'm Faith, and welcome to Faith's Take, where I talk about anything and everything that I find interesting. And welcome to my review of Rifftrax Live, Manos, The Hands of Fate. This is the movie that MST3K made famous, or infamous, as being one of the worst, if not the worst, movie ever made. I love this version so much. Where the MST version is a lot more dour, this live version is a lot more fun. And like last time, there will be spoilers, but this movie is one that you have to see as unspoiled as possible, so please, if you have not seen either Rift version of this movie, do yourself a favor and go watch at least one of them. As of this recording, the MST3K version is available on YouTube, and the Rifftrax version is available on Hulu and of course at rifftrax.com. Please, I cannot emphasize this enough. Just put this video in your watch later playlist or something, and come back after you've seen the movie as straight as a person can stomach it. Alright, now assuming you've seen it by now, let's dive right in with Rifftrax Live, Manos, The Hands of Fate. Once again, we have two shorts to kick us off. The first being, Welcome Back Norman. Now with a title like that, you'd assume we'd get some sort of backstory of this Norman guy, but no such luck. We never get to find out who Norman is, where he was, or even where he is now. All we get to see is him spending an entire 9 minutes struggling to get out of an airport parking lot.
Oh, he forgot where he parked. That is so Norman.
It's totally Norman.
I assume. $1,500 worth of damage on a complete stranger's car. That is so Norman, you guys. Welcome back, buddy. And Norman is the platonic ideal of a Def Comedy Jam impression of a white guy.
20 years in traveling sales, he still has no idea how parking lots work. Maybe Norman's surname is Magoo.
Get out of the way! Watch where you're going! And keep your eyes open, eh, buddy?
Norman almost ran over Canada.
Yes, every time you think things can't get worse for Norman, they do. But for such an unlucky guy with no backstory, he at least gets his own theme song.
Taxi cabs and waiting in line.
Drinking alone some cheap red wine. Norman's living on borrowed time. His liver is nearly turned to brine.
He never sees his kids. They call someone else dad. That got a little dark.
But it's good to be home. Welcome back, Norman.
Welcome Back Norman is filmed in front of an indifferent studio audience.
The most interesting thing about this short is that there's absolutely no lesson. I don't know whether this was supposed to be shown in classrooms or at company meetings or what. It's not about finding the bright side of a bad day or any sort of problem solving. It's just watching this hapless dope try to escape a parking lot.
So this is an educational short meant to, I guess, teach kids not to leave their briefcases on top of their Chryslers, I guess.
Norman puts the lovable loser in the phrase completely unlovable loser.
Hey, Norman, you son of a bitch! You mail my wife any more of your hair and I will hunt you down!
Yep. You see, folks, the world is one giant Calvin peeing on Norman sticker.
Your Dad is a Norman became the most popular playground taunt after this film was shown.
And his car gets hit by a cannonball from the Mythbusters set.
A terrible moment when Norman finally realizes he's alone with Norman.
Taxi cabs and waiting in line.
Singer makes Jason Mraz sound like Danzig.
Without a dime. Some things should be a crime. Hotels and restaurants, airports and parking lots. Gee.
Norman's in a hell realm of despair.
Norman will be back, and for the love of God, Norman, come down from that ledge.
Next, after Mike treats us to an inexplicable advertisement for prune juice...
Now it's time for a word from our sponsor for the night.
Wait,
prunes.
What? Don't do it.
Oh, God!
Yeah.
A lot of flavor in that glass. A lot of quick energy, too.
No, don't, for the love of God.
See?
This guy's my hero.
It's just that long for you to pour yourself in
He
good
snapped
shape.
his tether, man.
Now we have At Your Fingertips Cylinders. This is part of the ACI At Your Fingertips series of shorts where children are taught how to take random pieces of trash and turn them into arts and crafts projects. As the title would suggest, the children in this short are making crafts using cylinders.
Round tubes like these are called cylinders.
If that comes as news to you, it means you probably lack a brainstem.
Cardboard cylinders come in many sizes. and there are many things that you can make from them.
Bobby's making his grandpa a fully functional artificial heart.
Okay, should a kid who had to be told what a cylinder is even be given scissors?
Hey, nobody tell him, but the poor kid thinks he's building an Xbox. This effigy of your math teacher will look so good you won't even want to burn it on his lawn.
Meanwhile, your dad takes another swig of bourbon in his armchair, staring at the baseball glove you showed absolutely no interest in. Cylinders are wonderful, at your fingertips or not. Cylinders are hot.
Wait, hot?
I'm sorry, I just wanted to make it rhyme and I panicked.
I can only imagine how many kids were left begging their teachers to give them a history test after watching these shorts. I mean, not only are you watching kids making these projects as slowly as they could possibly get away with, but the adults who came up with these things obviously never had a real childhood themselves.
Put them together with metal fasteners to make jointed toys.
Yeah, I think the guys who made this film knew a lot about joints.
Okay, kids, put down your algebra books. We're gonna watch a kid cut a paper star in real time.
With a flashlight, this becomes a planetarium.
Does it?
When you tilt the flashlight, when you experiment with cylinders, you will discover many ways of combining them.
You can combine two cylinders to make one long, cylinder. Always make sure a cylinder is nearby, kids, or else we lose our state funding.
Oh, yeah, sure. Franz Kafka Metamorphosis Cockroach playset. I had one of these.
Neat!
Nifty.
Make tentacles for your hentai-loving friends.
What new things can you find?
Let the others mock us, Petey. You and I are one. You and I are one.
After he'd hung his 300th oatmeal box ungulate, Petey's parents began to worry.
Bite my shiny cardboard ass.
Oh God, what are you doing? What are you doing to me? No! No! Ah!
Be with us next time for At Your Fingertips Garbage.
Finally, it's here. Manos, The Hands of Fate, one of the worst movies ever made. Manos was directed, written, and produced by a fertilizer salesman from Texas named Hal Warren, and as you could probably guess, he obviously had no clue how filmmaking works. This has some of the worst visuals, audio, characters, and story that you'll ever see in your life. But let's take a look at that story, or at least the closest thing to a story this movie has to offer us. You have Hal Warren himself playing a dad named Mike, going on vacation with his wife Margaret, daughter Debbie, and their dog. They end up getting turned around on the way because Mike, like a dope, wouldn't stop and ask for directions, so they head down an eerie side road and end up at the most obviously evil and disgusting house in existence.
Ah, yes. Manos, the most famous quote by the guy named The Hands of Fate. Huh. Well, this looks very familiar. Oh, right. My vacation footage from when I went to hell.
I'm getting cold, Mother, and hungry.
And I'm turning into a middle-aged woman trying to do a kid's voice.
Now just 10 miles up this road. We're almost there, Debbie. Just a few minutes more.
Did she climb in the trunk before she said that line?
Okay, Debbie, I'll put the top up.
Never mind, Mike. Debbie can come up and sit between us.
After all, she is channeling the voice of my dead grandma. She'll be right at home.
So invite her up for that reason, right?
Why don't we sing a song to help pass the time?
Well, the audience enjoys the back of my head.
Interesting choice.
Brought to you by the Texas Tourist Council. Texas, at least we're better than Idaho.
Texas, it's not very good, but there sure is a lot of it.
Now look, the sign pointed this way.
Mike, let's go back to the crossroads and ask those kids we saw.
Okay, but I know we can't be wrong. Look, the sign pointed this way.
Mike, we're actively falling off a cliff now, seconds till impact.
We can't be because the sign pointed this way.
They're greeted by the caretaker, Torgo, who may be the creepiest and grossest person to ever exist in history of the universe. Now, while this entire experience screams of let's get the heck out of here as fast as physically possible, Mike decides to put his family in possibly mortal danger and stay the night there since, hey, it looks like a fine day to get murdered by a large-legged stammering hobo.
No need to get upset.
I don't care. Let's see if we can get some directions. Look, there's someone at the door.
He looks great. I trust him implicitly. Yeah, drink me in, folks. Costs you nothing to look.
Wait a minute. You're getting out? You're not firing warning shots or driving away very, very quickly while screaming in terror?
Oh, God.
I am Torgo. I take care of the place while the master is away.
Well, hello, Torgo. Huh? Huh?
Mike, I'm scared.
What if Torgo doesn't like
It's
us?
dark.
There is no way out of here.
No way out.
She believes him.
While Torgo insists they can't spend the night there because someone called the Master wouldn't want them to, Mike forces the family into the house anyway, where he and Margaret see a portrait of this so-called Master.
But Mike, I don't want to stay here.
And the master wouldn't approve.
Don't worry about it. We're here now, and I'm sure the master won't throw us out.
Oh, God, not only
Well,
accept that there is a master,
how about
but
it,
even
Torgo?
seems to know about the guy's mood.
Let's leave.
Well, this is a creepy and potentially very dangerous situation. Wife, young daughter, you go first.
Sinister. Sinister isn't descriptive enough.
But the screenwriter couldn't find a thesaurus, so sinister it is.
Forgotten.
I'd hate to run up on him in the dark or even in the light for that matter.
Yep. Our host looks to be a terrifying psycho. Ooh, I hope they have those little cantaloupe chunks at the continental breakfast. I love those.
After being in this murder shack for mere minutes, the dog's already run away and Mike discovers him dead. The family decides they need to get out of there as quickly as Torgo can get the bags back to the car. But of course, they have car trouble, and while Mike is out trying to fix it, Torgo spends some time fondling his wife, who must secretly be into this kind of thing, since she doesn't resist his advances in any way whatsoever.
Oh, so racist. As usual, the black character dies first.
My God, what kind of right is this?
I'll take care of everything, honey. Get back in the house.
I'll take care of everything, sweetie. I'll bring the dog back to life and make Torgo not be Torgo anymore. Everything.
Where the hell is that caretaker? Torgo!
Finish your homework. You know you're not allowed to be on the computer with the door shut, young man.
You make me feel like dancing. Oh, hi. I didn't see you there.
Did you what? Right now. Fast, damn it. Fast.
Yep, when you want a job done fast, Torgo's your guy.
Let me out of here now. Do you hear now?
Word for word, my Yelp review of Arby's.
Well, this is super creepy, but I'll just stand right here and see where he's going with this.
Damn car won't start.
Well, that really fixes things.
Near sexual assault makes her just slightly annoyed.
While trying to decide how to get out of there, they finally notice that their daughter actually left the house. And if your child's run off in a place whose scary factor is only comparable to that of an insane asylum, wouldn't you scour the entire house and grounds to get him back? Well, no, but I mean, you barely peeked behind a door. That's enough, right?
Maybe she slipped into one of the rooms.
Debbie?
She misses Debbie, but not enough to open the door all the way.
But eventually they find Debbie outside with the dog from the creepy painting. She takes the parents to where she found the dog, and there we finally get to see the master sleeping on a stone slab with his 6 wives all dressed in inexplicable gauze nightgowns and tied to stone pillars. And now we see Torgo trying to perv on some of the master's wives while also doing whatever he can to take possession of Mike's wife, even going so far as to knock Mike out and tie him up.
I won't have to come in here to dream of having one of you.
I don't care for this reimagining of Sleeping Beauty. It's working for me.
It's tad creepy.
First wife.
He needs groping lessons.
This could very well be a young Nick Nolte here.
Yeah, I take care of the joint while the master's away. He don't let any booze in the house, so I end up drinking his aftershave.
Oh my, Dad did not see that one coming, and the referee is nowhere in sight.
This fall, Torgo and Elaine Bennis team up on Dancing with the Stars.
Eventually, the master and his wives wake up, and the master punishes Torgo for daring to try to take his potential 7th wife away from him. And we get to see that how Lauren wrote his getting tied up scene solely for the purpose of a woman making out with him. And we also get treated to the most ridiculous and perhaps longest stage cat fight ever captured on film.
Well, maybe make myself a blueberry smoothie and then get to worshiping the devil.
Yep. Slave ladies.
Mondays, huh?
Arise, my wives, and hear the will of Manos.
Manos? What is the will of Manos?
Unarise, damn it. The very definition of horror. Jeff Foxworthy in a moo-moo.
You know, this is my vision of hell, only it would be with the women from The View. Well, they finally did it. They made sexiness unsexy.
I've seen actual cats fighting that were more erotic than this cat fight.
The women are fighting!
$10 on wife number 4.
So this is pretty much how the website Pinterest works, right?
Now, I want you to keep in mind here that guy is the writer and the director of this film, so he directed himself to be licked. The script literally said, "Lick me."
Mel Gibson's The Passion of the Torgo.
Kill! Kill! Kill!
Wait, that's too much killing. Dial it back a bit. Okay, now touch more. No, split the difference. That's perfect.
Wow, with the rubbing in the face and the ow, lady. Ivan.
This is still better than being married to Norman.
And now the master's gonna need Purell, the hand sanitizer of fate.
Ta-da! Out flies a dove! Oh, whoops. Sorry, Torgo.
And that is how a McRib is made.
The family finally comes to the conclusion that maybe running away is actually a viable option, and all the while Manos and the wives search the desert for them. Seeing as though the family can't even walk 10 miles for help, even when in life-threatening danger, they go back to the house thinking they'll never look for them there. But unfortunately, not only is the master there waiting for him, but he somehow overpowers them, and they become the next victims of his cult. And thus, the cycle of Manos continues.
Basic ambulation is a big challenge for this family.
I can't make it, Mike. I can't make it.
Right, sounds like you during Manos rehearsal, Kevin.
Exactly.
And take it, Mike.
Debbie.
Master's neighbor is looking out his window at all this. Pack your bags, Reba. We're moving for real this time.
Let's go back. They'll never think of looking for us at the house.
You know, you might have a point there.
Please,
She does?
Please, I can't.
Hi, Satan here. This movie is not my doing.
Actors to the set, please. Actors to the set, please. Actors to... Thank you.
Meanwhile, at the exact same door...
Bullets don't hurt him, they just put him way out of focus. My God, it looks like the Manson compound. Hey, they have free HBO!
Welcome.
Them. Her. Him. Those. Her.
Still better than toddlers and tiaras.
I am Michael. I take care of the place while the master is away.
Now carry your own damn bags.
That is Manos, the hands of fate!
As always, thank you all so much for watching, and I hope you'll join me next time for our first episode of Versus, where I'm going to compare this version of Manos to the Mystery Science version, and talk about which one I prefer and why. Until then, thanks again for watching, and I'll see you guys later.